to order, please. Come to order. This gathering has been called because we, individually and collectively, represent the power behind the throne of Nebuchadnezzar. As wise men, magicians, astrologers, and officers of the court, we are consulted by His Majesty in matters of state, foreign policy, and all things dealing with the governing of the great empire of Babylon. Specifically, we are here to discuss and deal with the problem of those 4 young upstarts from Judah.
And it is a problem. Somehow they make it appear that they are 10 times more intelligent than we.
Well, let us face the facts. These 4 young men are what they seem to be in physical strength and beauty and mental vigor and literary attainment. They stand unrivaled. I noticed them as they mixed with the men from other lands, men of high talent, men richly endowed with natural gifts and great culture. And these 4 young men stood out like a mountain of intelligence and good manners. Yet somehow we must neutralize their influence with Nebuchadnezzar, or our positions of prestige and power are in danger.
Does the chief wise man have a suggestion?
Oh, indeed I do. As chief counselor and wise man, I'm notified directly by the king when he desires advice or a conference. In turn, I notify each of you. But I will not notify these 4 young men from Judah. None of the rest of you are to either, or even mention it to them. Understand?
Oh, indeed I do, yes. That will stop them. They're new to the court. Certainly Nebuchadnezzar won't miss them. Soon he will have forgotten them.
Oh, and we? We shall once again be the power behind the throne of Nebuchadnezzar.
Wonderful.
I'm coming. Yes? Oh, you're from the palace. One of the guards, I believe?
I'm a messenger. I've just been promoted. The king wishes you and all his counselors to come to the throne room.
When?
Immediately. He's beside himself with worry or anger. I don't know which. Anyway, he wants all of you there immediately.
So the wise men, astrologers, magicians, soothsayers, Chaldeans, and counselors came and stood in the throne room, awaiting the entrance of Nebuchadnezzar, their king.
It's scarcely daylight and the king summons us. It must be something awfully important.
I care not what it is, just so it isn't bad news.
But bad news?
I don't trust Daniel and those 3 friends of his. Just a word from any of them and His Majesty might investigate and discover the fraud that I mean, the king might dismiss us from his service.
Did the messenger say what the king wants?
No.
Which messenger was it?
A new one. Oh, there he is now. Messenger! Messenger!
I hope he knows what the king wants.
You called me, sir.
Yes. Do you know what the king wants of us?
He didn't say, sir.
But do you know what happened that His Majesty called us so early in the morning?
Oh, that. Yes, sir, I know what happened, all right. He had a dream. Well, at least he kept ranting and raving about a dream. Wants us to know all about this dream he had last night.
Oh, thank you, messenger.
You're most welcome, sir.
His Majesty has had another of his dreams. Wants us to interpret it, no doubt.
And as usual, we'll make up an interpretation. He won't know if it's a true one or not.
Bow the knee! His Majesty Nebuchadnezzar, king of the mighty Babylonian Empire, enters and sits upon the throne.
Arise. Last night I dreamed a dream. A terrible dream. At least it had a terrible ending. I am troubled in spirit. I must know the dream's meaning.
That's a simple thing, our king asks. Just tell us, your majesty, what the dream was and its ending, and we will show thee the interpretation thereof.
Oh, the dream. I cannot recall what it was. It's gone from me.
Well, how can His Majesty expect us to give him an interpretation unless we know the dream?
You are wise men.
The wisest in the world, your majesty.
As wise men, astrologers, and magicians, you claim to have knowledge of all secrets, even the secrets of the gods?
Yes, O king.
Then make known to me what I dreamed. If you are unable to, you are frauds and liars and shall be cut in pieces and perish. But if you can show me the dream and its interpretation, you shall receive gifts and rewards and great honor. Now, tell me the dream and the interpretation. Tell me, or you die.
Well, let the king tell his servants the dream, and we will show the interpretation thereof.
You have been deceiving me all the time. Telling me you know all secrets. Have you been lying to me? Now tell me what I dreamed. Then shall I know that you can also show me the correct interpretation.
O king, there is not a man upon the face of the earth who can tell another man what he has dreamed. Only the gods, whose dwelling is not with flesh, can make known dreams.
You told me you could talk with the gods. Captain, cast these men in prison and bind them with chains. They're cheap tricksters.
No, Your Majesty.
Get them out of my sight. They are not wise men. They are cheats and liars.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Scribe! Scribe! Write this down upon parchment and see that it is obeyed to the letter. I, Nebuchadnezzar, great king of Babylon, do hereby decree that all wise men and astrologers and soothsayers in Babylon shall be put to death. Affix my signature and signet and give it to the captain of my guards. Lie to me, will they?